Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is the Act Zaku with Beam Rifle. I finally got them in the same place, and I got a pretty good round with it, so here we go. I'm still trying to get a really good round with the Zaku Heavy Arms type, but I do want to show that off because I am enjoying using it. It has changed a little bit from the first game because most weapons don't have that hindrance effect that keep you from returning fire, which is probably for the best because the Zaku HC could lock you down so hard, which I loved when I was using it, not so much when I was fighting it. But it is still pretty solid and can still keep things stunned very well, so that's a thing I want to do. But, okay, got the assist on that. Pretty solid assist for that, 105. But yeah, the Act Zaku, of course, has anti-stealth, and it has grenades to go with its main weapon, which in this case is the beam rifle. It is the later style of beam rifle that things like the Garibaldi Alpha have that stun on a single hit. And that shot fell short, and I'm not quite sure why. Just geography got me, I think. But yeah, so yeah, it's a single shot stun. It's very easy to overheat for me. Same problem I always had with the Garibaldi Alpha in the first game. It was very easy to overheat that rifle and get yourself slightly very killed. But the Garibaldi Alpha had the disadvantage in that game of only having the rifle and the saber. One of the things that I love about Battle Operation 2 compared to 1 is the fact that everything has sub-weapons now. I don't think if there's anything that can be rendered, completely defenseless the way you could get by overheating the Alpha's beam rifle, can't think of it off the top of my head. There's plenty of offensive options for everything, and it's hard to end up just having to melee dive at something. So I'm fighting this Zogak. I'm fighting kind of everything. And I'm kind of stuck in here, so I'm just trying to do damage while I can. I'm amazed they missed me that long. But, again, it's got that linear heat sword downswing. You have to be really lined up to get that right. And it looked like that goof was going to boost, but it just kind of stood there. I'm not quite sure. But we've got two raids, 3 generals, 1 support. It's not terrible. Got a Zuda and a Proto Gundam. It's not a bad combination. The Proto Gundam kind of gets close in, and if it's got the anti-ship rifle, the Zuda can hang way back. And I see something with a long rifle on the enemy side. Might be the Zuda, might be something else. Either way, since we've got cover here, I'm going to take this checkpoint, because when you have the center, when the enemy has the center, the more places you can launch airstrikes from, the better. So, also, we can kind of creep our way up towards their base if need be. It's a good position. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, though, has been moving back, and the enemy's been taking it to them, so good news there being that if I can kill the person up there, I can probably get E. Somebody figured out what I was doing, I think the Zuda, and came along and elected to stand guard, which I very much appreciate. Because, yeah, if we can get the mountain away from him, that's good. Yeah, Zuda is taking point, so they'll go after him before they go after me. And I'm back in the Act Zaku and ready to go. And yeah, I sent the thanks tell because yeah, having an escort there, having some accompaniment, very reassuring. See, there's a weapons rack here somewhere that I seem to recall was pretty good. Yeah, I came up to help the Zuda, and the Zuda's retreating. They both kind of come over the hill. And pretty good damage. I think that must be a Proto Gundam for the amount of damage that beam rifle did. And like 1,400 damage off the grenade. But now I'm in trouble because there's 3 of them on me, but somebody is up here helping, so that will be good. Let's see. Gotcha is down, and there's an Ifrit coming in from the side. That's what I meant earlier when I said goof. That was an Ifrit. And my own mistake. But, okay. And speaking of mistakes, I'm slightly dead. But we're doing pretty well, I think, so I don't remember what the score is, but it's definitely numbers. It's almost 1 in the morning when I'm recording this on Thursday night, so Yeah, 6,400 to 4,200. Not bad. Not a rout, but we're holding up. I decided one thing I tend to do with airstrikes if I'm going to launch one, which I guess I wasn't this time. I must be thinking of a different round I did recently. And that was a pretty good shot. But one thing I tend to do with airstrikes if I'm going to launch one is I try and launch it from the most vulnerable checkpoint, which can be dangerous if the enemy is on their toes and ready to walk on you, or otherwise blow you up or kill you. But yeah, if you can launch an airstrike from the most vulnerable position, that's good, because if the enemy retakes it and you later retake it, it will be charged faster than it would be just leaving it alone. So you can kind of get some extra airstrikes in there. You can also just get it before the enemy does. So let's see, that's a Zogok, and it's got the weapons rack for cover, so it's time for me to pull back. And I think I've said before, I think I think my retreating fight is pretty good. Zogok managed to miss me with everything, and I was getting kind of amused here because, yeah, I'm fighting the Zogok, and it got, tangled up with somebody else. So I started to move in on this gym because it was by itself, and then somebody else came in with the gym. So yeah, and then there's somebody on the right. It's like every time I try to fight somebody, I end up retreating from somebody else. But that's the Ifrit, and nobody else is in the neighborhood. So had to take my shot. Got shotgunned, but somebody covered me, hit the Ifrit in the back, which was great. And at this point, I'm just trying to see how much damage I can do while playing defensively. So got a grenade in, and throw another grenade to no effect. Beam rifle is almost recharged, and got that. There's somebody on my left. I am nearly out of health, and I'm amazed that I'm not dead yet. But got the Ifrit. Chuck a grenade at it. I got it. I'm amazed I got it. I'm amazed the shotgun didn't kill me. I have 200 hit points. So I am, at this point, I have done enough damage, backpedaling, that I decided with such little time and such a big lead on our part, I may as well move in and see what I can do. And there's a weapons rack over there. Not a great target for me, but if I can keep it nailed down to keep the rest of the team safe, that wouldn't be bad. But yeah, I'm moving in. Got a shot on that person. Oh, Proto's using the beam javelin. That's relatively unusual. Got a shot on the Gotcha, and yeah, now I am moving back again. Gotcha, I think, is trying to hit me with missiles. I forget whether anybody gets me in this last 10 seconds or not. I think if so, it's at the last possible moment. But I'm basically anticipating death at any moment and just looking for a good place to stick a beam before I die. But I made it. Pardon me. And yeah, so survived. And yeah, so the beam rifle's easy to overheat. I'd recommend cooldown parts if you're going to use it, but it is pretty good and I enjoy it. So, and I got top score. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. So till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So I gave the praise to the guy who got top assist and is the only one on the team who didn't get his rival, because it's always kind of a shame to see somebody get good marks and not beat their rival, especially if it's one person on the whole team. So, yeah, that guy earned a praise.